good things take time. And so just learning about that whole, like to learn about my family history, one was like, wow, like we have done a lot of things in our in time. And so it was really cool to be a part of that and to know that, I have a legacy. I come from a long line of, educators, of people that, people that have done some good in this life, I'd like to think.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Here at Vision Studio, um, I'm looking to get into some more art talks. So basically, what art talk is, it's a conversation piece where I speak to you guys about some things related to my art journey, and other artists' journeys. The plan is to have some guests involved. I do know quite a few artists, so I would love to have them come on and we discuss some of their artwork or just about them in general, getting to know them as people as well. So stay tuned for more.
It's really cool to see. So I'll give you a little bit of background. My grandmother was a special needs educator. She taught for a number of years, and with that, she was able to not only influence, her students' lives, but just the lives of her family members. And so, I'm grateful to have been able to do that for her as she got older. And, part of me is like, this is after the fact. While I was writing it, I was just like hell bent on getting it done. And like I said, learning to have patience and slow down. Like, hey, this book is not, books write themselves, but in order for it to be quality, you got to take your time. You don't have to rush it, And so I learned that because, I was trying to figure out the writing style and how to format something of that nature. And so it was like, okay, how do I want to play this? Because me, I was in the like creative writing. I wanted to write I've always wanted to write children's books or like young adult books. And so it was like, how do I make this interesting so it's not dragging on? You know what I'm saying? Because, biographies and memoirs, it's like you wanted to be informative, but you also wanted to hold people's attention, And so I was like, okay, how do I do this in a way that can hold people's attention? And I fall asleep. But I was like, all right, how do I do this? And so for me, I wish I have been able to consult others when it comes to that. And I did do like family interviews and things of that nature, but it was like, okay, I wanted to consult my grandfather who had already passed. And so I was like, man, I wish I could get his side of the story so that this could be more complete. Because they're married for, God, I don't know how long. They got that Heavy Love. If you don't know that song by Mallet Music, Heavy Love, it goes, you can't move it, you can't shake it, you can't beat it, you can't break it. This ain't changing, heavy love. Anyways, I love that song. And so I was just like, man, I wanted to have his piece in there, and it was kind of hard to not be able to like directly talk to him. And so it was like trying to go off of memories, which is why it's called a memoir. Trying to go off of memories and reflecting. And so there are pieces that I definitely wish I had included, and that kind of got left out. But that's the beauty of verbal oral storytelling. It's like we can share that now, and it doesn't have to be, it doesn't always have to be written, because good family stories. It's like this book I recently read, a children's book. It's called The Gathering Table, And at the gathering table, you know, it's like you're sharing stories at the table. You're passing down history. You're communicating in a way that is, you know, it's fun. You're laughing. You're having a good time. And it's about love and connection and all those things that go into being a family, and, you know, just being able to talk and share what you know. And that's one of the things that I loved about my grandfather. You know, he would always, you know, ask me like, well, what's going on? What's on your mind? My dad does it too. You know, they want to know what's going on. They want you to share. They want you to talk and, you know, be a part of the conversation and pass down those stories. So it's always good to have that that talking piece. And so I love that now, because I remember he'd always say, he's like, "Oh, you quiet? You so quiet? Why you so quiet?"